The Russian Korchenko will be going into the ring here on Texas All-Star Wrestling today to take on two men. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve Sack with Texas All-Star Wrestling here with Madril and the Russian Korchenko. A lot of excitement for you today. The American force is scheduled to wrestle. You'll see those maskless series hoods out showing us another look at the Sheepherders. Plus much, much more, so don't go away. The excitement of Texas All-Star Wrestling about to begin. Madril, you're sending the man in the ring against two men.
Are you through talking, Stack? All right, then why don't you let a real man talk for a change? That's right. This man is going to wrestle two guys. He could wrestle 100 guys. He could wrestle 100 Bubbas. It don't make any difference because this man is tougher than Bubba, bigger than Bubba. Take care of Bubba in a minute. And you know what else, baby? What? I got that one, everybody's favorite. Say everybody's favorite, Scott Casey. And this man, this man here is going to be handcuffed to that Barney Fife guy, Maurice Rose. Well, we're not worried about that, baby. What's on my mind right now is to get even with Scott Casey, and then I'm going to watch the Sheepherders take care of the American force. How do you like that?
Well, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. They'll never make it to the hood. They'll never make it to the hood because the force are going to go down from the Sheepherders, and then, Killer Brooks is going to take care of Bubba. He's going to choke him with that chain, or we'll never see Bubba. So I'm sorry, you may never get to wrestle Bubba because Brooks is going to take care of him. I'm not through talking yet. I'm not through talking. Don't cut me off.
Coliseum right here in Austin, Wednesday, November the 13th, 8 o'clock starting time. Advance tickets to the Austin Food Market. The main event has been signed. It's Big Bubba and Chavo Guerrero stepping into the ring in the main event to take on Madril and the Golden Boy. Other exciting matches, we'll tell you about all those next week. The Big Bubba Chavo is coming back. He's going to be ready by the 13th. You're his partner to beat the Golden Boy and Madril.
That's right. There's some dues to be paid. Golden Boy, Madril. You guys say you're not scared. It wasn't me that made that long-distance phone call to Moscow to get that Russian in here. If that Russian wants me so bad, I got plenty of room for him. I just hope that he has enough rubles to make that trip back after I kick his little hiney.
Big Bubba, ladies and gentlemen, he is going into the ring with Chavo Guerrero in the main event here in Austin on Wednesday, November the 13th at 8 o'clock. And they'll be taking on Madril and the Golden Boy. Other exciting matches, advance tickets on sale at the Austin Food Market. And don't miss Texas All-Star Wrestling Wednesday, November the 13th, City Coliseum.
Look what you did to my eye. You thought you could keep me away from Killer Brooks. Well, you can't do it. Killer Brooks, I see you there. Open my head up with this chain. Well, let me tell you, for every drop that you took out of my hands, there's going to be a bucket to pay. I don't care if it's wall-to-wall blood. But when we get into the Hemisfair Arena, it's going to be this dog collar match. The match that you're supposedly master of. Until you met me, you were a master. I'm the trainer. Let me tell you something, Brooks. It's going to be history. You can pull on his collar. You can beat me with this chain. It's not going to stop me.
Big Bubba will be going up against Killer Brooks, and also he's got some special that he's holding for Madril. Let's take a look now at just what Big Bubba is talking about. And, oh, boy! Oh, Madril across the ring, and Madril goes out. Madril is holding his back. Madril walking around. Big Bubba over there tells him to get back in. Here comes Madril. He's hurting. Oh, Bubba turned things around in a hurry. When you're as big as Bubba, you can do that. They lock up in the referee's position. It's an arm bar. Right, Big Bubba on Madril. This is our main event here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. We hope you enjoyed all the matches. They've been super to me, as they are every week. Look at Bubba. Turn him over. Bubba dives with a 431 pounds across that broken wrist of Madril. What's he going to do? Is he going to stop it? The crowd wants him to. Is Bubba going to stop it? Yes, he does! He does! He shot the rest of Madril! Oh, this crowd is going crazy! Bubba comes over a forearm to the back. Here's one to the chest. Another one. He whips Madril across the ring. Here goes Bubba in with a big splash. He got him. It's a big squash, big splash, whatever it is when Bubba does it this big. Clothesline. Down goes Madril. He rolls out. He's over here by the Russian. Wait a minute. The Russian has handed Madril something. Oh, it's right in the face. Some kind of liquid Madril has. He is throwing in the face of Big Bubba. Bubba's in great pain. The referee asking for the bell. El Madril promising another surprise. And El Madril, you've done it again. I don't know what you've got to be about half crazy. Good, huh? How do you like that, Bubba? How do you like that, huh? Bubba, it's up to you to settle the score.
You see that, Steve Stuck? I'm going to get you, Brooks. And Madril, I got something good planned for you.
Oh, there it is, Big Bubba. Bubba, you're going to the ring now. We'll pick you up in the ring with your match. Big Bubba, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go now and pick up our ring announcer, Bill Merriman.
1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Tyler, Texas. Weighing 239 pounds, Jim Bond. His opponent from Huntington, West Virginia, weighing 431 pounds, Big Bubba.
Has gone into the ring after Bill Merriman has those ring introductions. Dale Madril. Oh, look at Jim Braun attacking Bubba right at the bell. Look, Bubba turns around. One big blow, and down goes Jim Braun. Bubba grabs him by the hair. What a elbow, knocked him down.
You know what, Steve? I have to say this about Big Bubba, and I never like to say anything good about him, but he looks like a madman. He looks mad.
Whoa,
he looks vicious. Yes, I did see that. But I tell you what, he's going in the ring with Killer Brooks, and you know Brooks wrestles exactly like that, rougher and tougher.
What a clothesline. As Bubba has Jim Braun down, what's he going to do with him? Big Bubba picks him up. Yeah, backbreaker. And Bubba is really wild. Oh, look out. Oh, there's the big splash.
I think it's all over, Stack, but he's not going to do this to Brooks, believe me.
That's the Big Bubba splash. And very quickly, it's Bubba, the winner, here on Texas All-Star Wrestling as he defeats Jim Braun. Stay tuned because we'll be back. We'll be back with another exciting match right after this.
A handicap match. Introducing from Vladivostok, Siberia, deep in the Soviet Union, weighing 367 pounds, Korchenko. And his two opponents at a combined weight, 417 pounds, El Gavigan and Manuel Villalobos.
Back in El Madril, Korchenko in the ring. Oh, look at this Russian.
I'll tell you what, Stack. If you thought that Bubba match was quick, this one's going to be even quicker because this Korchenko is the wildest, most vicious wrestler I have seen come out of the country of Russia.
Well, he is wild. Look at him take El Gavigan. He bounces him off the rope. Down goes Gavigan as the Russian bear now has that big hand up for the quad. He clamps it on the side and neck of El Gavigan.
This is over with right now.
Well, how do you know it's over with? El Gavigan is down rolling. The Russian Korchenko has the claw applied to the side of the neck of El Gavigan. In comes Manuel Villalobos. Villalobos gets knocked in the back. Forearm staggers him onto the rope. Forearm knocks him down. Gavigan is out.
That's right, I told you.
Look at this. Oh, what a tremendous forearm
This
from
is the
behind.
most vicious man in the world today. And I'll tell you what, Guerrero, Bubba, Force, you better beware.
Here he goes. Villalobos is down. Here comes the Russian claw. Clamped. Oh, does he clamp it on? He clamps it on.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, baby. All right, baby. Take care of them. You see that there?
El Madril moving for Korchenko.
He's over too. He's through too. Both of these guys are out. Look at that, Stack. Both of them are out.
There's the bell, and there it is. The Russian Korchenko defeats two men. We're going to go to ringside and go into the ring for just a moment as we're going down now to see if we can talk to Maurice Rose. Manuel Villalobos and El Gavigan down. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to get Maurice Rose in here, one of the security effective All-Star Wrestling. Maurice Rose.
Dude, look at this. This isn't necessary. This isn't type of wrestling match. Look at this. These boys didn't deserve this. What's the purpose of this?
Well, you know how mean this Russian is, Maurice.
Well, he wants to interfere. He wants to pick on people smaller than him. This isn't right, Steve. He interfered last week in the matches. He's doing this to these boys and won't break it up. It's not right.
Well, Maurice, let's show the fans what you're talking about as he interferes in a match that had Scott Casey in there against Al Madril. Let's take a look at that videotape right now. Madril slams Casey. Madril going over into the corner. He's up on the middle rope. The Russian is cheering him on. Casey is up. He catches Madril right in the midsection with a cast. Casey using that cast on that left wrist. Wait a minute. The referee is asking for the bell. And I believe what he has done, he has signaled that Scott Casey is going to be disqualified for using the cast on Al Madril. He caught him coming off the ropes. Casey just knocked the referee down. Figures that they already lost the match, and he's going to get his money's worth. Oh, did he hit him that time with that cast. He uppercuts him with that cast again, and that Cowboy Scott Casey is getting even. There's a fist. There's the referee. Down he goes again. Casey takes Madril, whips him across the ring. Goes for the sleeper hold. Casey has the sleeper hold on Al Madril. Remember, the match is already over. Madril is going down. Casey with a sleeper. The Russian is coming in the ring. The Russian doubles those fists up in that big hammer into the back of Scott Casey. Now the Russian takes Casey, lifts him into the rope, gets that boot into the midsection. The big Russian with that hammer in the back of Scott Casey again. Well, he stayed in Madril's corner as long as he could, and then finally, when Casey had the best of Madril, it was the Russian coming in. He slammed Scott Casey down. The big Russian is going for the claw. The Russian claw, there it is, clamped onto the side of the neck of the Cowboy Scott Casey. Oh, the Russian gets rid of the referee. The Russian, not even supposed to be in that ring. It was Al Madril. Wait a minute. Here comes one of the security. That's Maurice Rose, and Maurice Rose is trying to get the Russian off. Maurice Rose is trying to get the big Russian off, and he finally does. Oh, the Russian turns around and says, "Who's this? Who is this?" Maurice Rose has stepped into the ring. The Russian cannot believe it. Al Madril. But a Russian, as you said, Maurice, always interfering, always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong.
He had no business being in the ring that time. And he had no business hurting Casey like that. That's not the thing to do. You know, he interferes and everything else. But there he is right there.
What is he doing now? Let's go. Hey. Next week, you're going to get it. Oh, wait a minute, Maurice. Wait a minute. Whoa. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Maurice, hold it. Wait a minute, Madril, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Come on, Maurice. Oh, no, wait. Let him get it. Let Madril get him out of here. Boy, this guy's crazy.
Steve, I'm going to tell you something. I've been around this thing for about 10 years or better, and I don't believe in getting involved.
I know that.
Scott Casey's been a friend of mine for 10 or 15 years now. And I'm going to tell you something. On the 27th, if that white trash tries to get in the ring, he may get in the ring, but he's going to have a heavy load with him. And I'm going to do everything I can to take care of my friend Scott Casey.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Maurice Rose will be handcuffed to that big Russian, and Scott Casey will meet Al Madril. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because the American Force is coming up to the City Coliseum here in Austin on Wednesday night, November the 13th, 8 o'clock starting time. And ladies and gentlemen, our main event has been signed. It's going to be a tag team match, which we'll see Al Madril and the Golden Boy Mike Golden teaming up to take on Big Bubba and Chavo Guerrero. That's Big Bubba and Chavo Guerrero against Al Madril and Mike Golden. Other exciting matches. We'll tell you more about those next week. Advance tickets going on sale at the Austin Food Market. And remember, that is Wednesday, November the 13th, 8 o'clock, City Coliseum right here in Austin. Texas All-Star Wrestling. Well, Bubba, Chavo is on his way back. He's not here today, but he is recuperating. He should be ready to go by that date, he tells us. And you're going to team up with him to meet Al Madril and Mike Golden.
That's right, Steve. I didn't think Al Madril had the guts to sign the contract. I'm just so happy that he did. Salvador, I talked to him myself, and man, Al Madril thought he had him out of the way. Well, the pictures changed. He thought he could get rid of me by blinding me. Well, the pictures changed. Well, Al Madril, I can't wait to see those beady little eyes of yours when you hear the good news. And Golden, you know what we got going. And if you have any respect for that wench you call a girl, Fantasy, you better keep her where she belongs, at home.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is Al Madril, the Golden Boy.
I'll tell you what. What do you think, Bubba? We look scared. You told us that Chavo's coming back. Well, whoopee-doo. You know, we ain't worried about that. The only thing I got to apologize is we didn't finish the job. So, Guerrero, you come on back, baby, and you bring your fat man with you. And, Goldie, what are we going to do to him, baby?
Hey, well, for one thing, you know, Chavo's stupid to come back because we done burned him up. And Bubba never seen a woman in his life because he all he can hang around with is whales and shamu whales and dogs and hogs. That's all you are, fat boy. Austin, Texas, Jack.
We're meeting Shawn Michaels here on the American Force here on Texas All-Star Wrestling Close Up before. Shawn, if you don't mind, I think I'll start with Paul a little bit and let the fans find out just what he's all about.
Fine, Steve, go right ahead.
Okay, Paul Diamond, the American Force. Paul, we know you're a professional soccer player.
That's true, but Steve, before I get into this, I'm sorry, Rosito, you know, I can't speak Spanish, so if you would please translate for me to the fine Mexican fans that watch this program. As far as my professional soccer career, yes, for 4 years I played in the North American Soccer League, 3 years with Tampa Bay Rowdies, and 1 year up in Canada.
I know you were a goalie, which is a very, very tough position in professional soccer. How does it compare with professional wrestling as far as the ability and the whatever you have to go through for the conditioning?
Well, you know, the conditioning is a little different, but one thing, it's a team sport. The reason I got into wrestling, it was more of an individual thing, you know, and, well, we are a team, but still more individualized. As far as the conditioning, it's much the same. I mean, in soccer, you got to have the endurance. In wrestling, you got to have endurance, strength, and speed, so it's very similar in that aspect.
Well, in just a little while, in fact, right after this interview, you two will be going into the ring for a tag team match here on Texas All-Star Wrestling today. And I know you're looking forward to this match, but also you're looking ahead to a few days from now.
Yes, we sure are, Steve. There's something in our minds that we cannot forget, and it's this Sunday, and it's the Sheepherders. You know, we want to be champions. We've always worked towards being champions, and now we know that if we want to be champions, we got to go through the Sheepherders to get the title holders, the Hood.
The Sheepherders, Shawn, they're coming your way.
Well, Steve, you know, I saw the Sheepherders, and they ruled this area for about 18 months. And they are as tough and as wild and as mean as the Hood. And we felt we took care of the Hood. So if we've got to go through the Sheepherders to get a chance at the Hood, that's exactly what we're going to do.
We have been informed by Texas All-Star Wrestling that if you two can defeat the Sheepherders, you will get a Texas Tag Team title shot right here on Texas All-Star Wrestling next week.
There's really no ifs about it, Steve. I don't know how people feel, but we know, Shawn and I know, that we're going to go right through the Sheepherders, and we'll be here in this ring next Monday for those titles against the Hood.
How do you feel about that one, Shawn?
The confidence is there between Paul and I. The Sheepherders, tough team. The Hood's extremely tough. We got to go through the Sheepherders, and then we get a match on TV with the Hood. We wanted it nowhere else but on TV, so we could prove to these people we're not kids anymore. I'm not a kid. My age may not say a lot. I don't like being called a punk or anything else. We're not a couple of kids anymore. We had to grow up real fast to take on the Sheepherders, so that's what we're going to do.
Well, I'm very confident. I've seen the Sheepherders in the ring a lot of times. I know they're wild and woolly, and I know you guys can be wild and wild when you have to be.
Well, you know, so far we've been wrestling champions, and look where it's gotten us. You know, we've been hit by chairs and belts, and we've tried to restrain ourselves not to go to these tactics because we don't prefer to wrestle this way. But now, our backs are to the wall. We've been painted into the corner. There's nothing else we can do. We're going to get mean. We're going to get tough. We have to use chairs, ring posts, whatever it takes, Steve. These belts right here
This is all that we're worried about. We want these belts back, and we'll do anything we can.
I know you're going to have to prove to the Hood as you get into the ring today just how tough you are.
Well, Steve, the people are going to see a little different American force. Like Paul said, we're wrestling champions, and now the people are going to be comparing the American force to teams like the Hoods and the Sheepherders, because we're going to do whatever it takes, and that means whatever, no ifs, ands, or buts. We're going to do whatever it takes.
Just how confident do you two feel in that you will get that title match next week?
I'll tell you what, Steve. Shawn and I have talked about this, and we're so confident that, well, you know, these belts don't belong to us.
Right.
The rightful owners are the Hoods. And, Shawn, we have decided you can have these belts. We'll give them to you right here. You return them to their rightful owners, because we know we'll be right back here next Monday, and these will be ours the right way.
I don't think you can get much more confident than that.
That's right, Steve. You got the belts. Take them back to the Hood, Steve. They can have them. As soon as we go through the Sheepherders, which we are going to do, the belts are coming back to the American force, and we will be the Texas Tag Team.
Thank you very much. Shawn Michaels and Paul Diamond there of the American Force. And ladies and gentlemen, they are going into the ring right after this interview, so don't go away, because tag team action is next.
If you want to find out who really the champions are, let's sign for a title match right here in Austin, and we'll see where the belts really belong. It's never happened. American Force, Shawn Michaels. So like I said, American title define Hood, any type of match you want. Texas title match, Texas death match, anything. Just a chance for us to get you in the ring, and we get our belts back the right way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the American Force, and now here are the Texas Tag Team Champions, the Hood. You know, Force, all you are is just a bunch of wannabe champions, and we're getting just a little sick and tired of all this hoopla that we are the people champions. The belts rightfully belong right here, belong nowhere but around the Hood's waist. You know, it's pretty bad when you got to steal belts to get recognition, because that's the only way you can claim yourself as champion. Because everybody knows we beat you in the middle of the ring in front of everybody. But the eyes of Texas, we defeated the American Force. This time, you say you want us to sign a contract to get in that way, but we got an open contract. Anytime you want, you put your name right down the line. We don't care what it is. Tornadoes, that doesn't make a difference. All you know for one thing is for sure, we're going to get those belts. You better hold on to them, boys, because if we get our hands on them, it's going to be ours. Stick your nose in the business. That's magic. You're here, nobody but nobody. You're going to get fun. This is a final match. This is a new fun. You're going to find it every day. The only thing you're going to accomplish is you with Hart, Cash, Dollar. Don Ellis, Iceman Parson, Brian, the DS Texas champion. Put it on the line, give me some money. Hey, what's all the racket? It's on the 18. Cool. Yeah, what'd you think last week's show? Thought it was really neat. What about the competition this week? We can have a competition for sure. I'm standing under my lucky star. So the other guys are gonna... Gotcha. Easy. Come on, Star, hit always knock out the competition. They're rubber movers. Not so. Right. Tuesday's at 7 on 36. Austin, Texas. Come on, girl. And get ready for the fight this week with Coach Tom Kennedy. It does happen, folks. The fight is a bigger and better than ever. How do you do it, Nugget? You excitement, you prices, and the old-fashioned thrill of winning big. Catch the excitement weekdays at 4:30 on Channel 36 with the Fighting Team Fight. My old man was really something. He kept me on track, all right. My daddy never let me get out of line. And I just hope I'm half the father my old man was. Help break the cycle of child abuse. It's a crime shame.